Good morning, gamers. So every year I take up some light gardening during the summer. I just think it's fun to grow plants. Like, they start out as these tiny little nuggets and then they turn into big old green things. That's pretty awesome. So that's what this video is today. We're just going to garden. I'm gonna show you how I garden, what I do to garden, and that's about it. I'm just gonna open this door, we're gonna go outside, and we're gonna plant some shit. Also, just before I started recording, I tried to kill a spider over on this wall over here, but it escaped my grasp. It's definitely alive and roaming around my apartment somewhere. So if at any point during this video I am attacked and I die, you know who the culprit is. Okay, so I did say we were gonna go outside, but first we need to go to the fridge. So we don't actually need the eggs themselves, we just need the carton. Also, this egg is so much smaller than the rest of them. Hold on, look at this. So this is what that egg looks like, and if we set it next to one of the other normal sized eggs, that is so weird. Clearly, this came from a much rounder chicken. So we got what we needed. I just moved all of the eggs to some Tupperware for now. So hopefully they don't shatter against each other in the meantime. I'm just gonna go ahead, tear this in half actually. We're gonna start our seeds in this egg carton. You want a paper one because styrofoam is dumb. This is just a generic egg carton from Target. It's just their 12 large fresh grade A eggs. I didn't get organic or free roam chicken eggs or anything. It's just a simple cardboard egg carton. And now we're ready to plant. Hey guys, welcome to my porch where we're gonna start gardening. But before we do that, I wanna show you something that I think is pretty cool. So I have this Zoom H6 recorder that I use to record all my audio when I'm out and about. And the really cool thing about it is that with this lab mic that I'm using, you get a lot of electrical interference. So anytime I go to record, I have to put it in this plastic bag that I lined with aluminum foil, and I have to make sure that the foil is touching a bunch of the metal pieces. I don't know what it does exactly. All I know is that it seems to get rid of the loud hum. So these are the seeds we're working with. The top is missing, but these are called zinnias. They have also been opened and sitting around for over a year at this point, so we'll see if they germinate. We also have some Shasta daisies, as well as 2 of these dahlia bulbs. So we'll start with our egg carton and kind of work our way up to the bigger lads. So we just gotta grab these guys. Oh boy, oh, that's a big old thing. It's a big old thing of soil. This is Schultz potting soil plus. It has plus in the name, so you know it's good shit like PS Plus and PlayStation Plus. And we're just gonna go ahead and fill this entire thing up. I'm just gonna pack it in its order, and that should be good to start with. We can add more, take some out if we need to. Just wanted to get a good baseline in. Ooh, and it's already a little damp. I was about to recommend get your soil just a tad bit damp before planting. I'm just trying to even out the dirt bed a little more. Gonna try to fill each spot with the relatively same amount of soil. Gonna pack it in a little bit, not too much. Just wanna get it filled in, but don't wanna like compress the dirt too much. I'm gonna go ahead and add more to this side. Looks like it needs it. That's a whole thing. We're gonna toss that. Hopefully it doesn't hit my neighbors. Packing that in pretty lightly so as not to compress the dirt. Let's get a little bit more. Throw that over on this side. Looking good if I say so myself. I'm definitely spilling some into my neighbor's porch below, but that's okay, I'm sure. They would want me to for the sake of Mother Earth or something like that. All right, so we have more than enough dirt at this point, I'll say. So now we can go ahead and get planting. Where did I put my seeds? So I'm thinking we're gonna do zinnias in the left half here, just the left 6. And we're gonna do daisies on the right 6. What I like to do is I usually just like to take my pinky. I like to start just poking holes in the dirt. Some little holes to get the seeds in there, just little spots. not too shallow. I think most things recommend 1/4 of an inch. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm probably doing more of like 1/2 inch, but I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure the seeds will have no qualms about that. Let's see how many seeds we've got in here. These are the zinnia seeds. They look like seeds indeed. Sprinkle like 2 or 3 in each spot. That one got 4, that's fine. Nice little group of flowers. Don't want them to be lonely, but don't want them to be overcrowded. So each of these have some friends. I'm honestly just gonna throw the rest of the seeds in this one spot here. I know I said it's probably not good, but it'll be fine. They'll love it. And then we're just gonna go ahead and cover those bad boys in the dirt. Just gonna spread the dirt back onto the top of them. Yeah, packing it in, tucking them into bed, keeping them nice and safe. There they go. They're all under there. All right, and now we can do the same with the daisies, except now we have to open these. They have this little flap. Oh, I guess this flap's okay. I usually just tear across. So we got our daisy seeds. These ones are a lot tinier. Kind of just the same thing. Gonna toss 2 or 3, maybe even 4 into each spot. So we've got plenty to work with in case some of them don't end up growing. Throw a bunch in that last one, why not? So they're all in there. Now we're just gonna pack them in again. And in fact, I'm gonna get just a little more dirt. Not a lot more, just a little bit to even out the top layer. A little more. We're just gonna, again, we're gonna pack that, get that nice and secure. Not too secure, but just enough. Now, you never want to be too secure in life. There's no fun in having no danger. I'm sure these plants feel the same way. They don't want to feel an imminent threat at all times, but get a strong breeze, whoosh, they're gone. So those are all planted. Don't really got to worry about them. I guess I should water them a little bit. Normally I just like to use a little squeeze bottle that gives me more control over how much water I'm adding to this, but I don't have one of those right now, so I think I'm just gonna use this water bottle that I'm gonna drink out of right now. Yep, that's pretty good water, so we're gonna go ahead and add this to that very carefully, because again, it's already a little damp. We don't need too much more water, but we do need more water. Very cautiously, just a little bit of water in each spot. There you guys go. Again, don't need a lot, just a little bit. Get the water nice and moisturized. That's all you need. They don't want to be flooded over. They just want to have their thirst quenched. So that's probably good. The thing that's nice about starting these in an egg carton as well is that the plants can actually grow straight through the egg carton. You can take them out if you want to, but when you go to transplant them, you can just cut the section out, put it in the new pot, and they're good to go. The roots will be just fine growing through it. I'm just gonna leave them out here where they'll get good sunlight. Don't want them not getting sunlight because that would really suck for them. And now we have our dahlia bowls. Why did I say bowls? We have our dahlia bulbs. So I just have some pots, some old pots that I've had from before. My neighbors are coming home and it's making me self-conscious. The cool thing about these pots is that they're self-watering. They have these little strings at the bottom. Here, I can even twist this off to show you. They've got a string at the bottom, and then you just fill this bottom compartment with water, and then over time the water will soak into the string and then soak into the soil, and it should water your plants pretty close to perfectly. Not too wet, not too dry. Let's go ahead and fill these bad boys all the way to the brim with soil. Maybe not all the way to the brim. In fact, yeah, don't fill them to the brim. I'm filling them up most of the way, but I'm leaving like a little bit of a gap at the top. because we are gonna add more soil later. Just gonna go ahead and dig them their little hole. Just moving all of the dirt to the side. Getting a good gap in there. While I'm opening this bag, let me tell you why I picked dahlias. Because the pictures looked cool. It's so weird looking. It's weird how you can just grow a plant from this. I guess it like already started growing, but it's so odd. That's gonna be a full plant later. Right now it's just a little fetus of a plant. But this one's pretty big. I'm gonna put this one in the bigger pot. This pot might be too small. Just gonna toss you in like that. Okay. Yup, that should be good. So just make sure your pots are big enough to fit your plants. That's all I can recommend. I think I got that in there without destroying the plant too bad. And then the same thing as we did with the others. Just gonna pack that in real nicely. I think a little more will do the trick. Yep. Spreading that around. And he looks great. Looks like he's gonna have a grand old time living here. Very nice. And then same thing with the other one. This was a big old dahlia, but this dude's a little smaller, I think. Nope, they're pretty close to the same size. Go ahead and just spread this dirt as much as we can, make enough of a gap, and toss him right in there. Oh yeah, he fits just fine. He's okay. He loves it. So I think the reason I like gardening so much is it's just like a good habit. Something you gotta pay attention to regularly. And if you take good care to make sure that you are keeping up with these plants, making sure they're properly watered, make sure they're getting the proper amount of sunlight, then you get something beautiful out of it. It's a fun little habit, and your efforts that you put into it are fruitful. You get to look at that and say, yeah, I did that. I'm pretty freaking awesome. That, or maybe I'm just too bored. Maybe I should pick up some actual hobbies, like golf, or maybe I should get really good at Tetris, try to break the world record. I don't know. Alright, very cool. Have our leftover dahlia dirt, and these guys are looking mighty fine. Last thing we need to do is these little things attach on the side somewhere. Yeah, right here. It's a little lip to make it easier to water. I'm just gonna go ahead, drop some water down in this bad boy. Oh, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you garden. That's how I garden, at least. If you have any tips or tricks or fun flower facts, let me know in the comments below. And always,